The city of Lafayette, in partnership with West Lafayette and Tippecanoe County, continues to look for new ways to address the impacts of climate change in Greater Lafayette. And now those three local governments are working together on two plans they hope will reduce greenhouse emissions in the future. News 18's Cameron de Blasio spoke with local leaders about those plans. And Cameron, some of the work, it is already underway.
Yeah, Marley, the Greater Lafayette Climate Action Plan Committee conducted a county-wide greenhouse gas inventory last year, and now that committee of leaders from both sides of the river will use the data to determine how to set and achieve emissions goals for the community. Now, it's expected to be a year-long process, and the public will play a significant role along the way.
The goal is to change the way that we interact with our environment.
And that goal is a collective effort between Tippecanoe County, Lafayette, and West Lafayette. It's part of the Greater Lafayette Climate Action Plan Committee's two-step approach to reversing the effects of climate change here locally. Michael Thompson is helping with those efforts on the county's end.
We collectively find that the residents and visitors to our area are becoming more and more environmentally aware and also more concerned with the issues of climate change and protecting their environment.
Now the county and two cities are partnering with Indiana University's Environmental Resilience Institute to create a climate action plan and a tree canopy plan. Tim Detschner is the urban forester for the city of Lafayette. He says the team will use satellite imagery as part of the county-wide tree canopy assessment.
Specifically with that satellite imagery, we'll identify those areas where there is a lack of tree canopy, and then zero in on those areas and identify where planting is actually possible and develop a plan through that assessment.
That assessment will get underway in June and continue through mid-August. As for the Climate Action Plan, Margie Devereux with the City of Lafayette says the three local governments will use the data from last year's greenhouse gas inventory to determine how to lower emissions.
In the plan, we will decide what's our goal. We're not going to be zero in the next 5 years, but whatever percent or amount of CO2 we have, we will start working on reducing that.
She says cheaper and easier fixes will happen first, but it can't stop there.
We'd start working on those right away, but look at the ones that we think are going to have the greatest impact and start putting things in place to do those.
Thompson believes this community is on par with emissions from similar communities, but says we have a leg up in one key area.
We are ahead of the game as far as our residents who care and that are looking for a solution. So I know that where we are currently as far as our greenhouse gas emissions, that we can curb them and that we can find proper solutions, because I know that we have the local leaders and the local citizens that are able to meet the challenge.
Now, as mentioned, the public will play an important role in helping the committee create this climate action plan. The group will be hosting the Greater Lafayette Green Expo on June 5th to gather input from community members, and we'll have more information about that expo in the coming weeks. Reporting in studio this morning, Cameron de Blasio, News 18.